Hi everyone, it's Sandy with Fancy This, and I'm home alone for a few minutes, and I thought I'd share with you a few things. First off, this is my first floss tube video. I've been doing embroidery since I was a little girl. My grandmother taught me, and every time I embroider, it brings me a little closer to her. They say the talent skips a generation. My mom didn't do this kind of stuff, so I figured I'd just share with you the way I store it. So I have my balls of embroidery floss. Now these are like the pearl cotton number 8s, 5s, 10s, and not all of them are DMC. There's some other brands in here. I do some wool applique, and these are really great for that. And as I collect colors, I just stick them in this nice little box, and I keep the needles in here that I use for them, and that's the way I do those. I only since I have so little of these, this is just the easiest way to do it for now. I'm sure there's something else out there. The next thing I have is I have the DMC color chart, and this has come in really handy because when you open it up, it tells you the colors of pearl cotton they have, the balls of cotton they have, what's satin floss, what's regular embroidery floss. It also tells you how to take care of them, if you should iron them or wash them or not do something. Okay, and then you open it up and it gives you all the colors, all the colors, every color and its number. And if you need a quick reference, it gives you this here, and this will tell you, you can look at the reference chart and it'll tell you how to find it in what lot number it's on. So if it's on 18, so they're not in order here, but they are in order on here. But that's why I like it, and I've used it quite often. The next way I do store my embroidery floss, I do use floss bags, but I do not put them on the little ring. I find that when you do this, only so many fit on a ring. And then you got to constantly flip through them to figure out which one you want, and then if they get out of order, it's nuts. So what I'll do is I will write the number on there, and we're going to do one today, of the color number, and then I store them in this box, which, yes, it's big, so excuse my camera move here. When they're empty, they just go on the top of the box and serve as my shopping list. Usually, though, if I get down to one strand in a little bag, then that's usually when I add it to the shopping list. But they are all in numerical order, and they'll hold about 6 to a bag, 4 to 6 to a little bag. So this one's marked white. When I get down to one scan, I might throw it up on the top to remind me to put it on my shopping list, or knowing that I only have one left. And again, they're all in numeral order. I took pieces of foam core and cut it to the size of the box to keep the bags straight. I will eventually outgrow this box, and I figure I can just get another one and put it and sort it so that maybe the 4-digit numbers go in another box when I get that many. The other thing I like about having this box is I can take this entire box with me in my camper, and it doesn't take up much room. And do I work in my camper? Yes, I have built a whole quilt top in my camper. So I purchased some because I was out of a few colors, and I needed this color for a project I'm currently working on, I ran out. So I just went down to the local Walmart and picked up what I could find. And now I'll look at the number. This is 414. It'll allow me to refill my bag. I buy about 3 to 4 strands at a time. The reason I like putting them in this little bag, you just fold them up and just stick them in there and zip it closed. So first thing is, the dust isn't getting on them. My grandmother used to have a gift box, and she would just throw them in there, and you could never tell what color she was working with. She never went by numbers. She went by what she felt like using. But this will keep them, it'll keep them dry, it'll keep them clean, the box keeps them out of the sun. Okay, and then I have this one, 838. There's my 838 bag there. And the reason I left this last one is I don't have a bag for this number. So there we go. Now this number here will go back in the top of the box because Walmart didn't have it. So it'll stay empty. It'll go back on the top of the box and go into my shopping list. So this one here is a new number from my box. So I'll take a little Sharpie marker and I'll write the number on there. Okay. The only reason I'm putting 2 in, this one here, back here, I've taken some off of. So like I said, I always buy about 3. Unless they're on sale, then I'll buy more. Or if it's a color I use a lot, I will then buy more. Okay, so these all go in there. Now, what I'll do is I'll open up my box and I'll put them in their number order. So here's 739, we have 729, 25, 26. So we'll just slip that down in there. This is 838. And we'll slip those down in there. And this is 414. And that'll go down in there. And it's easy just to take your hand and just slip them in. That's it. I do leave enough room so that you can move them around and see the colors, see the numbers and the colors. If I need a certain color, I will refer to the chart, get the color name, and then I'll know what number it is. So that's one way. So now the other way I store my is this. Yes, a lot of people like these, a lot of people hate them. I don't know, I like them. These are working threads, and what I mean by working threads is they are not full scans of threads. So I will open this up, and remember, I know this is a number I don't have, and I'll take out a bobbin, and I will put, these are plastic. I like the plastic ones more than the cardboard ones. The cardboard ones wear out. And I will put the number on there, 729. I'll flip it over, because if I don't put it in the right way, at least then the number's on both sides. Give it a second to dry. Now, the other reason I like these plastic ones, when you write on these with a Sharpie marker and you don't want to use it for this color anymore, you can take a little bit of acetone or nail polish remover, the non-acidic ones, and a little cotton ball, and this will wipe right off. As long as it's dry, it won't come off. So you always have to give it a second to dry. See, it won't come off now. So unless, I don't think it'll, if it gets wet. Then I'll open up my scan and I put it on my wrist. like that, like a bracelet. And then I will start winding. Putting it on my wrist and opening it in the center keeps it from getting tangled. I do have one of those winders. These little cards never stay in the winder, so why bother? Don't aggravate myself. And I'll just wind this up. And then I'll put it in the box in the number that it goes to. So I have my non-number ones. These are ones. These are twos, threes. Threes extend. Then 4. And I can move them as I need them. And if this box fills up, I can just fill another one. I also keep my needles over here that I use. And I keep a couple extra bobbins if I need them. I guess that's what they're called. You let me know what they're called, right? So there you go. So the first thing I do when I'm working on a project, I will come here first looking for the DMC number. If I don't have it, then I go to my big box. My big box, if I don't have it, then I have to put it on my shopping list and go get it. If I have it and I'm low on it, I'll leave it in the top of the box and write the number on my shopping list. And then that way when I go to the craft store, I can go pick up what I need. This way I don't have an abundance of working threads. I don't have them all over the place. If I'm using this color for a project, it will go in a bag with the project. I typically don't have more than 1 or 2 projects for embroidery or cross stitch going on at the same time, so I don't really have to be too concerned about that. All right, so this is how I store my embroidery floss. I do also have another box that has the specialty ones, the ones that have are metallic or satin ones. I don't have enough of them to create a box for them, so when I know I'm looking for those specialty threads, that's where I'm gonna go. That's about it. Anyway, thank you for stopping in, thank you for watching, and have a blessed day.